this was about car financing. And it kind of highlights for me this common misconception that when a bank finances a car, it is suddenly now responsible for the relationship between the consumer and the dealership, which is, really not true. They just simply give the financing. What you've agreed with the dealer, and if the dealer sells you a dud car, that's your problem. I actually often have complaints by people saying, "Oh, my car broke down within 6 months. I had to write it off. I couldn't drive it again, and I want the bank to repay me." But no, that's got nothing to do with the bank. The bank simply financed 100%. The car. It's between you and the dealer. Mm-hmm. So in this case, the customer was upset because they discovered that the agreed final purchase price was higher than what the dealer had said to him verbally. So he said something verbally, and when it came to financing the car, he hadn't read the documents that were sent through to him, to the customer, and he simply sent it to the bank. Mm-hmm. Now, the bank didn't know about the conversation that he'd had with the dealer, so the bank got a document with an amount, paid it out, and the consumer realized a while later that it was more than he thought it was.
So I think that case illustrates some very important points to remember. That in that scenario, and we also get a lot of those complaints, there's two agreements. There's the sale agreement that's existing between you and the dealership, and there's a finance agreement containing the rights and obligations between you and the bank. So in that scenario, the customer failing to read the document and be sure that what he agreed verbally with the dealership was what was contained in the finance agreement, where he was negligent. So in that instance, the bank cannot be held liable. The bank received a document. The bank didn't have privy to the discussions you had in concluding the sale agreement and approved the finance. So I think it brings to light the importance of reading and understanding a document. We as consumers have to take these things seriously. And in terms of getting into and concluding contracts, it is our obligation to ensure that that document contains what we agreed to and what we want.
And I think that's it. We've spoken about rights, but this is responsibility.
Yes.
We can't just hand out all our responsibility onto everybody else.
Absolutely.
If you are signing, if you put your signature to something, read it. And if there's something in there that you don't understand, find out what it is.